welcome back to my crazy life. The intro video yesterday, many of you saw, that was on UCTD, my autoimmune disorder. Again, I side noted yesterday because that was only just a intro video into exactly what I'm going through. So today we're going to cover the rest of UCTD that I didn't cover before, undifferentiated connective tissue disease, and then we're also going to cover fibromyalgia, which is the problem that I side noted because it's on a whole nother level. My utcd causes me to be sick a lot. Not just like regularly sick. My body will take it to the extreme when it attacks itself. It means that when I get sick, I get sick. So I end up with, for example, a couple months back, I ended up with strep, bronchitis, which then turned into pneumonia, 2 inner ear infections, all at once. I literally went into the doctors the moment I started feeling terrible, and all of that triggered off at once. So that's just a tidbit into how bad autoimmune diseases can cause you to get sick. So I get sick very, very easily. I'm actually starting to come down with something now. It does cause me to burn fevers. So I'll burn low-grade fevers all the time. Sometimes they'll be high-grade. It's how much you exert yourself. With me being sun-sensitive, light-sensitive, it makes it even worse. So that's a whole nother level of fantastic fun. So basically, that's the main part of UCTD that I wanted to get to today. Now, the bigger part that I did want to talk to you about was that little side note that I hit yesterday called fibromyalgia. This is more common, not so rare, usually affects more females than men. Usually affects females of childbearing age and up. Basically, the nerves in your body go haywire, and they start sending pain signals for no reason. Instead of sending a sensation like touch, like this, it will send a signal of pain. And that signal of pain, depending on your case and how bad it affects you and what your treatment is, can either be just like a little pinch, or it can be severe, like somebody's hitting you with pain. I have quite a severe case of fibromyalgia. For instance, I can't, the more surface area that touches something, the more extreme my pain is. I'm on pain management for that, as well as gabapentin, 600 4 times a day. That's a pretty big dose. It's bound to go up some more because it's not helping as much as it should be. With that being said, human contact is hard. Hugging people hurts. Holding people's hands hurt. And basically, when you fight through this specific disease, you're basically fighting back through the pain so you can have social interaction. It shouldn't hurt to have to be able to touch your significant other. You should be able to touch them without it hurting. They should be able to touch you without it hurting. Unfortunately, people live with this. It does hurt. It severely hurts, actually. And it's one of the things that I deal with personally. So, if I'm not as touchy-feely with you, if somebody isn't as touchy-feely with you, they may be going through this and they may not want to talk about it. They may not want to talk about it because it's alienating. It causes depression. It'll cause you to get really upset because all you want is to do the things that you did before. And sometimes you just can't. You know, it's a constant mental fight, and you are your own worst enemy. And you will fight to sleep through the night, to get comfortable on one side. You will fight to get up and walk in the morning because it hurts. There are ways to treat this. Anti-inflammatory foods, you can stay away from them. If you know that certain things make it worse, you can treat it that way. It's a struggle, and it's a step on a journey that I'm going down. And there are so many people who deal with this, and I feel like not enough people know about it. You have to know about it because it is a very real thing, and it is a very debilitating thing. And I wish that if somebody who had fibromyalgia besides me would talk about it, you'd hear the same thing. It's a struggle. It's a mental struggle and a physical struggle. You struggle to sleep because you hurt when something touches you. So the less surface area that touches you, the better. But when you sleep, you have to lay down. It's a struggle to sleep. You lay on one side for too long, you hurt too bad. Not everybody wants to take that pain pill 24/7 to make what the nerve blockers don't cover go away. Some of us want to be able to try to function, but it is a step of pain, and we do feel it. So it is one of those things. I'm a gamer. I like playing video games. Sometimes I can't pick up that controller, or sometimes in the middle of something serious while I'm gaming, I have to put down that controller because I can't hold it any longer. It's one of those things. How long can you feel this pain while doing something and still continue to do it? Basically, you're conditioning your body on how much it can take before you can't take anymore. And that is something that human beings should never have to do, but it's very real, and we do have to, because, like I said, for some reason our nerves just went haywire. You could be born with it, or you could develop it. I developed mine when my autoimmune disease went crazy, and, you know, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, and it is what it is, and there's nothing else you can do about it other than just take into account that that person is struggling, and, you know, realize that the things that they used to be able to do, maybe they can't do now, or they can't do as much of. So this is the part of my journey that I wanted to cover today. And I know that it's hard for me to speak about it, but if somebody had questions, I would try my best to answer them. It is a very life-changing thing. And while fibromyalgia is not life-threatening, it'll take away your happiness if you're not careful. And it will change you into a very depressed person all the time who's anxious and afraid of pain. And that's just something that some people have. I know that I've been working on myself and I'm not like that, but there's no saying in the future that I couldn't be, you know what I mean? So this is just me reaching out for part 2 to inform people about my conditions and other people's conditions who stay silent about them and how they feel.